What's up, guys? Can't flip for ship here. Got the Kraken on deck, and I wanted to talk a little bit about something that I don't know why I have to say it like that. I want to talk about something that blah 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 blah. Anyways, I wanted to talk about speed channeling, and I have this bell song here. It's just the Kraken. It's not speed channeled. Obviously, you can hear that it's not speed channeled. It's just the classic one. This is my all-time favorite ballad song, by the way, and oh shit, I think the guy that got a lobotomy upstairs finally became conscious. But yeah, it's solid, There's not really a need to change it in any sort of way, at least in my opinion. Especially, I feel like the Bowie is one of those ones where, you can get away with just having it the way it is for a long time because it's just so good. But I also understand that like a lot of people, want to make an alterations. And so when I first saw the speed channels, I thought, oh, that's kind of a cool idea. The idea of speed channels is like, it can make the handles lighter and change the way that it flips. But for me, I always thought that like the bell song flipped just fine. So there was never really a need to change it in any significant capacity. But then I got to thinking about it, and the thing about it is like, any change you kind of make as far as a speed channel go will change the sound. And this is a while back. So I went to go and look at what they had, and I saw that the speed channel bell songs had this fucking awesome, gnarly sound that I wanted to try. And so I looked at it, and I think the first video I watched was whenever Telesto was still on Blade Bias, and I don't know if he is now, but he was talking about the Bowie speed channel Kraken, and I heard it for the first time, and I was just like, that thing sounds like a little fucking cool ornament. And so I made it my mind then that I was going to get one eventually. But, it's kind of a long process because you have to either get it done by Squid or get it modded. And, I already had mine and I didn't need another Kraken. So I was kind of not really in the space to want to try it. So I kind of just refrained for a little bit. But then recently I had a trade away and I was able to get my hands on this thing. And I don't know if you've seen it. It's really pretty. As you can see, I think it was done by Squid, so it has that little chamfer line that kind of matches the dual tone, and it's a Weehawk. So, kind of cool. The Weehawk is probably the best looking blade that Squid Industries makes, but it's also probably the worst flipping. So, I don't know how the dual edge flips. But yeah, so this thing is now, I've been flipping it on and off for probably a couple weeks now, or like a week, and it's been everything that I thought it would be. And better in some sense. When people talk about doing a cosmetic thing like that, you kind of get it in your mind that like it's going to change it a little bit, but it's not going to change all that much, right? It's going to change the sound, but the weight is not going to be that substantial. But the weight difference actually is quite substantial. It's noticeable in a lot of sense, and it's good. It changes the blade to something that is extremely flippable. And more so than it even was before, because it adds grip and it makes the bell song just a hair lighter. The Kraken's always been, for me, the perfect weight, I thought. But with it being a little bit lighter, it is more manageable. So I like that a lot. And, other people are going to have their differing opinions about what they like about it and what they don't. But for me, I think the added lightness of it is kind of a big plus for me, because your hands kind of fatigue, especially when you're making videos and stuff. And so for me, I've been lucky enough to have this thing, and I don't fatigue nearly as much. I kind of enjoy flipping it, or not kind of, I really enjoy flipping it on times whenever I'm really having a lot of trouble or my hands get tired. Like now, for example, I've been making videos and making different takes and stuff. But if you were on the fence about getting a speed channel, I would say that it's definitely worth it. In terms of configuration, I would say that like the Weehawk blade is probably not the way to go. But I mean, whatever you like, right? I mean, if you want to get the Weehawk blade for looks, like I have it here and it flips just fine. But like has been said before, I think that I think that the Bowie probably would be the best way to go. You might risk a little too much weight if you do the Tonto, a little too much blade weight. But there's not really that much of a discernible difference between one to another. So, you got to ask yourself, like, how much does it matter to you? I can probably flip this thing and not really run into a problem, but I'm not so much of a technical flipper. You know what I mean? The most crazy thing I'll do is like, maybe I'll do a thumb draft here and there, maybe I'll do a 0G and stuff. but nothing too particular, right? It's all the same simple things that I'm doing, especially when I'm making videos, you know, nothing that you guys couldn't do. So I know that it's going to be good enough for you. And that's all that really matters, right? Is that you can flip it and do the tricks you like to do. If a ballad song ever kind of is in a position where you can't do the tricks you like to do, then you might have to stop and evaluate, hey, is this something that I want to get myself? Is this something that I can see myself flipping or keeping and then trade it away? But as far as basically the whole point of going on that stupid ass boomer rant was basically the idea that you can get away with putting whatever you want on this ballad song and it would be fine. Any blade would be fine, and the speed channels, they're so excellent. The sound is awesome. I know a lot of people don't like the ring, and I'm going to tell you right now, in terms of what other people will think, I mean, me personally, I love ballad songs when they ring, but in terms of what other people will think, this will be the most annoying ballad song that you can have, right? So the sound is immensely annoying to other people. I flip it around my girl and around, you know, other people, and they're not always a fan of the noise. So if noise is something that you're kind of worried about, you might have to really seriously consider that. I mean, you cannot do anything without this thing making that crazy ring. Look, just a fan behind the 8-ball. Oops, maybe that one wasn't so bad, but you know, sound test, you can kind of hear it, right? You can hear it in anything this ballad song does. But yeah, I mean, essentially the point of this video is just to say, like, should you speed channel your Kraken or not? I think you should. I think it's a great investment. I think it's something awesome to do. I think it's something that you wouldn't regret. So personally, I'm of the opinion that, I'm of the opinion that everybody should speed channel their Kraken. I mean, Squid offers it, right? So why not get it done? It's like a little bit extra, but I mean, if you're gonna buy a Kraken from Squid brand new, you might as well do it. And then, you know, in terms of modding, like, you don't have to get it modded right away, but if you decide that you want to get one modded, it is kind of an option to just do it, you know, once you send it off, maybe to get anode or, you know, get the blade acid wash or anything that one might do. You know, the extra couple of dollars to get it speed channeled would not be a bad idea, especially if you're somebody who likes a good looking, nice aesthetic ballad song. Why would you not get it done, you know? At least that's my thought process on it. So tell me what you guys think in the comments, or if you have a speed channel ballad song, speed channel Kraken, let me know, because this thing is pretty freaking awesome. So I have found myself enjoying every second of having it, and I kind of look forward to hearing what other people have to say in the comments about this ballad song, because I love it so much, and I think it's one of the best mods you can get done for, at least for a Kraken. Other ballad songs, not all of them can have a speed channel. Ugh. But let me end on something cool here. I'll try to do a 0G. I say try, like I can't just do it if I lock in, but sometimes when I'm recording videos, it's hard because I'm holding my phone with the one hand and stuff. So, but yeah. All right, here we go. If I miss this, then I'm just gonna end the video. There we go. All right, guys, rock on.